Okay, so I'm going to give you a tour of my studio today. It's rainy out, so it's not very bright, but we'll do what we can. Um, I'm standing near the door trying to get everything in for a general look, but let's see, I'll do this and show you sort of the stations. One of the reasons I wanted to show my studio is because really enjoy seeing other people's studios, especially because it lets me get ideas for my own studio, like these paper towel hangers to hang chain is something that I got from Erin Price Hints when she shared her studio, and I'm just so grateful because it's a really great solution. Here is, well, first I'll show you this. This is my bead cart. I used to haul this in my car with a seatbelt on to my parents' house, and it held all my beads and stuff. And you can see I've grown from there. Now it just has some things, and I have this whole room for my whole studio. Here is my beading table. When I originally thought, oh, when my studio is clean and organized, I'll make a video. Well, it's never going to be perfectly clean and organized. This surface is relatively clean and organized. One of the things that I do, my parents got me this at a house sale. If it gets really messy, I just shove stuff in these, and then when I have time, I go back and put them where they go so they're easier to find. I put a lot of art in my studio. I've been saving it up for some time and finally got my mom to help me put it up. She's good. Once I tell her I want to do something, she helps me get it done. This is by a local Madison, Wisconsin artist here, somebody I actually work with, Holly Strope. I love her work. It's so bright. This is a custom piece that I had Erin Price Hints make for me. This is a piece from Gaia. I hope I'm saying her name right. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it. I have, anytime I can find something that I can hang lots of necklaces off of, since necklaces are the primary thing I make, I scoop it up because I have a lot of necklaces to store, and I like to display them. I like to see jewelry displays because I like jewelry. This was an old a small rake of some sort. I don't know. I got it at a house sale. This is a gem cabinet. My gem cabinet. It was a some kind of a tool maker's thing that they in a hardware store they had. I think it's a machinist cabinet or something. It's called. It's got on the front little examples of what was inside. Now it's gemstones. My bead table was probably in an ice cream shop. It's an old Formica ice cream looking table. I've got up there my Peter Max 7-Up sign. I really love the 70s and design from the 70s, especially graphic design and furniture design. And my parents, there was a store closing in the town where I grew up, and my parents got that for me for a gift when I was young. So that's really precious to me. This is the bulk of my bead storage. I have things in boxes by color, by material, by artist in a way that makes sense to me. I often see people saying, how do you store your beads? You've just got to find the way that makes sense to you so that you can find things. I can't say that I can always find everything, but I'm pretty able to find things when I need them. I've got some cabinets here with, I think those are some of they're design books if they're not bead books. And then some messy stuff that hasn't totally found a home, like mailing supplies. I occasionally mail things when I have a giveaway or do a charity auction, like the Artists for Animals auction, and some other stuff that really hasn't. My bag obsession. I don't know if I showed the bags over there, but I will. Books. I've got these cabinets. These I bought when I was doing other like paper crafts, but now they store jewelry, and I'm not even 100% jewelry. And this is a sketch by Signa Baumain. She is an animator and she is a filmmaker. This is from Rocks in My Pockets, a great film. See it if you can. I do not know who this piece is by. I bought it a long time ago, the top one. This is my collection of piece buttons over the years. More storage. My sister's book, one of them. Andrew Thornton piece, Living in a Teacup. More variety of storage items. Another messy surface, but I eventually would like to have stations, like maybe this could be a metal station, and I could have a polymer station. I bought fabric to have a matching chair and have a little mid-century modern thing going on here. More art. The top one is by Heather Powers. The bottom one I will have to look up and tell you in the text of the blog post. My sister brought me that from Amsterdam. My tins that I could be using in my future metal station. I've got this great storage piece. On the front I have, just a variety of things. I've got some tools and stuff like down here that I'm showing you. In here I put my paints and patinas and have those all together, but kind of just pretty stuff. My dad made that fish decoy. That's a piece by my brother-in-law. But I have a lot of tools here, like I have an oven to bake polymer if I decide not to do it in my big oven, and a thing to cut metal, and I don't know, just about anything I could want. I don't have a lot of tools that I've denied myself, but. And then I've got a couple of nice case pieces. My parents got a bunch of those in the past. They're big, heavy metal, and they had them painted. Those are never moving because they're way too heavy. Another piece by my brother-in-law. Another one of my sister's books. More jewelry. This is a piece consisting of postcards, creature collaborations by Andrew Thornton and Cynthia Thornton. Just little treasures like that Winnie the Pooh I've had since I was probably about 5 years old. More jewelry. A birdhouse my dad made for me. It's great. It's got a little walkway, a little bench. This is one of the other things that I got an idea for by seeing other people's studios, and I'm going to link to a post about studios from the Polymer Studio, and this was one of the links that they had in that post. I had been collecting a bunch of ornaments, artist ornaments, and I wasn't sure how I was going to display them, and one of the artists had a little tree, and I thought, well, I've got a little tree in my garage that I haven't been using, so I got that out, and I have a variety of ornaments. I have several on here by Andrew Thornton. This is by Mary Redman, Gina Chalifant, Diane Hawkey, Wendy Malinow, more Wendy Malinow, and several up here by Andrew Thornton. I've got more art. Andrew Thornton, are those bottom two? Are you seeing a theme? I might like Andrew Thornton a little bit. Azalea Ogden. These were some positive saying little cards that Julie Wan Sontag of Ugly Beads used to include with her order. She now makes beautiful metal and metal gemstone jewelry, so check her out. Stacy Louise Smith, I have a couple of her pieces. This is an original of the Creature collaborations by Andrew Thornton and Cynthia Thornton. I just love that little guy. Look at him. And this is another Andrew Thornton piece. And I've got some, I love old stuff. So I've got this old chair that I got at the same, I think I got it at the same time at the same flea market as I got this chair. I love them. A little bit of a mid-century modern thing going on again. And that's my other, see, my bag obsession, you can see there. These drawers and this stack of drawers They are some fancy Italian molded plastic brand from the 1970s. It's a company I think that's still in business, but anyway, my parents were scrounging around in an antique store, and in the basement they found all of these, and they were $1 each, or maybe my dad said they were like $1. I don't remember. It was some outrageously cheap price, and man, we scooped those up so fast because my parents know to look for bead storage for me. I think I'm full up now, but um, here is another piece by Erin Price Hints. Above that is a lovely thank you card that I got in a Mary Harding order, and it was just so beautiful I had to keep it and frame it. So I just wanted to give that tour so that maybe somebody would get an idea from this. And I'm going to link to that blog post, like I said, that talks about other people's studios and links to several tours, because I got some really good ideas. And one of the sort of the theme of that blog post was that even if you don't have a large dedicated space like I'm really lucky enough to have, you can still do things to make the space your own and make it really comfortable for you and make you want to be there, and conducive to creativity, because obviously that's what you want a studio to be. And I have this here, and this was given to me, and just to see some beautiful things out. This is from a trip I took to New York recently and went to see the Frida exhibit, so it reminds me of that. It reminds me of my sister and my sister-in-love, her girlfriend. So I just hope this gives you some good ideas for your own working space and to make a space that you love as much as I love mine. Thanks for watching.